Welcome to our session on New Energy Nexus and the resources we provide to clean energy entrepreneurs in the US and around the world. I'm Kate Fruscher. I'm the Managing Director of New Energy Nexus New York. We also go under the name The Clean Fight. And I'm joined by Rebecca Lee, who's Managing Director of New Energy Nexus in California, along with Joy Larson and Rachel Yu, also from that team. So we're going to start with a quick overview of what New Energy Nexus does around the world, and then move into overviews of our own particular programs in New York and California, and most importantly, have time for questions from you. So just to start, given that innovation is critical to the energy transition and that many parts of the world don't have the ecosystems in place that are needed to support their innovation needs, Nexus has jumped in to help. And depending on the place, we provide funding, accelerator programs, and/or training, all geared towards helping a diverse set of entrepreneurs build a clean future. In line with this, our vision here is to provide 100% clean energy to 100% of the world's population in the shortest time possible. And our mission helps us get there by supporting diverse clean energy entrepreneurs drive innovation. We have an audacious goal of reaching 100,000 clean energy entrepreneurs by 2030, which won't be easy, but is certainly critical. And NEX started in California, but now has a truly global footprint with chapters or partners in Indonesia, Vietnam, the Philippines, China, Thailand, Australia, India, Uganda, Nigeria, and New York, which I represent. And in those places, depending on the need, we provide some combination of early stage support in the form of boot camps, hackathons, and other things that really help at the earliest stages of innovation. Accelerators, which are more hands-on program to help companies get initial commercialization, initial traction, or to scale. In all of our markets, we help with connectivity between different startups and investors, and in many cases, other influencers in the market who are important to know. And we provide funding in the form of catalytic grants, loans, and other types of capital that are needed to help startups both get going and scale their operations. And this just gives you a sense of our impact. Since 2016, we've reached a lot of startups and seen some really exciting results. Now I'll jump into New York, which is the market that I lead. As I said, we call this market, we go under the name The Clean Fight in this market, and we're supporting companies at a later stage in their journey. After they have initial market fit and solid uptake from a diverse set of customers, we help companies navigate the next set of challenges as they work to scale their operations and hone in and we also hone in on how we can support broader market adoption. So first off, we focus on bringing together growth stage companies. And by growth stage, this generally means companies with a floor of about $1 million in revenue for the trailing past 12 months that are looking to scale in New York. We bring them together with the leading customer and capital providers in the market who we bring in as partners. Each of our programs focuses on a particular vertical. So far, we've done a lot of work in the building sector and in energy storage, and we're now launching a new practice to help electrify food service. And within these different verticals, we really work to develop synergies between our cohort companies and between the customer and capital partners, just so that they can work together and learn from each other too. Before we launch a program, we do a deep market evaluation to understand what customers and investors are looking for and what types of solutions would have the greatest decarbonization impact. And then we reach out globally to companies with ready to install solutions in that sweet spot between demand and impact. And then in our program, we focus on collapsing the sales cycle. So through a 6-month, very high touch matchmaking process, we connect customers and we connect our companies with customer partners, with investor partners. We build relationships with important government entities and other influencers in the market. And then we do a needs assessment of each of our companies and provide tailored support depending on what they need. And that can be anything from help with hiring to help navigating the regulatory environment to putting a CRM in place if that's what they need to scale their operations. But it's tailored. There's no set formula for that. And at the end, we have non-dilutive capital, catalytic grants that help with deploying projects. So if one of our companies and one of our customer partners wants to do a project together, we can come in and fund part of it to make it easier to get that project off the ground. This gives you a sense of the types of customers we work with. They really are the market leaders. So in our buildings practice, we've worked with everyone from Hines and Boston Properties to Turner Construction, to Carrier, one of the big OEMs, and Schneider. We work with Con Ed and National Grid. In energy storage, we worked with SK, one of the biggest battery manufacturers, battery developers like Jupiter Power. And we bring in capital partners, many of whom do equity investing, like Fifth Wall or Obvious Ventures or Temasek, but we also bring in financing capital like Generate Capital and Green Bank's NYSEG in the New York market that can help with project finance. This gives you a deeper sense of what our cohorts have looked like up until now. The first cohort was really focused on Class A office buildings. In our second cohort, we focused more on the mass market of buildings, in large part multifamily buildings, market rate and affordable. And we've just done a cohort in energy storage. And next up, we are launching, as I said, a cohort focused on the decarbonization and electrification of the grocery, food service, restaurant, and food distribution industry in New York City and state. That's going to be launching in a couple months. And we're very excited to announce that we're going to be launching the Empire Technology Prize, which is a groundbreaking $10 million initiative focused on accelerating the decarbonization of space heating in tall buildings, with a focus on solutions that are minimally disruptive to install, have a path to cost competitiveness, and high GHG impact. So this really means centralized heat pumps or innovative distribution systems. And we are also in the early stages of crafting our next energy storage focused work. It's going to be a challenge, so a more targeted program that's going to focus on unlocking a specific market opportunity that was identified through our broader work in energy storage. We're still in the research phase. It will likely focus on something having to do with onshore manufacturing of batteries. And this will be connected to this effort in upstate New York, which is a $115 million Build Back Better regional challenge hub focused on developing a national hub for energy storage innovation, workforce development, and manufacturing in upstate New York. So that just gives you a taste of what we're up to in New York, and I'll turn it over to Rebecca, who can talk about California.
Thanks, Kate. I'm Rebecca Lee. I'm the Managing Director of New Energy Nexus in California. And as Kate already mentioned, at New Energy Nexus, we have an ecosystem of networks, funds to support startups across each state of their journey. And one of the ways to think about it is in terms of technology readiness levels. The California team supports TRLs 2 through 7, and New York, the Clean Fight, focuses on TRLs 8 and 9. So that's just to give you a sense of kind of the journey that we cover with entrepreneurs. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the support that we provide to early stage entrepreneurs. I'm grateful and lucky to be joined by Joy Larson, who's the program director of of our CalSeed program, and also Rachel Yu, who leads our Cal Testbed program. And they really are the experts on this program and have really just built incredible impact. And so I'm really glad that they're here today. And I can provide sort of a high-level overview, but I'm going to pull them in to just add more detail. So the two programs that I'm going to talk about provide grant support and networks to the best early stage innovators to develop solutions to speed the energy transition in California, but also beyond. We have two programs that we administer on behalf of the California Energy Commission, the CalSeed and the Cal Testbed, and these are part of a broader innovation pipeline to support clean energy entrepreneurs throughout their journey from idea to market. Next slide. I don't know who's advancing them. Am I? Is someone able to help me advance the slide? Thanks. So I'm going to talk first about our CalSeed program. So New Energy Nexus stewards $66 million on behalf of the California Energy Commission to address critical funding and strategy gaps to strengthen early stage company formation and technology development. And basically this program was designed to help entrepreneurs navigate sort of the valley of death by providing them with critical sort of grants to help them get from sort of idea to concept to prototype. So this program awards up to $600,000 in non-dilutive seed funding, but also more importantly, it's professional support. And what that looks like is also connecting to a broader sort of ecosystem of regional incubators and partners that we have in the innovation ecosystem. And I'm going to ask Joy to talk a little bit about that because that really is, I think, really impactful. And what's amazing about the network, it's not just funding, but really sort of bringing entrepreneurs into this network and helping to sort of guide them along their way. Our 2023 cohort technology areas include energy storage, DER integration and load flexibility, transportation electrification, building decarb, and industrial decarb. And there's a lot of really exciting companies in there. We encourage you to go to our website. You can look at New Energy Nexus and then go to our US California program and click over to the CalSeed website where you can see some of the spotlights and storytelling that the CalSeed team has been doing to really sort of elevate and raise up all these entrepreneurs that we're supporting. This program has had incredible impact to date. We've awarded about $24.3 million to 93 different startups across 5 cohorts. And this has put awardees in a position to amass $155 million and other follow-on funding. And in addition to that, sort of our impact numbers show that companies advance by 2 levels on the TRL scale over the course of the program. So there's a lot of sort of support and also impact that comes out of this program. On our next program, if we can go to the next slide, which is Cal Testbed, which Rachel Yu oversees. This is our $22 million grant that we administer on behalf of the California Energy Commission. And this provides early stage entrepreneurs with access to critical prototype testing. So we provide vouchers up to $300,000 to assist clean energy entrepreneurs in gaining access to critical testing facilities. In addition, I guess, can we go back to the Cal Testbed slide? Okay, I'll just go without the slide. In addition, the Cal Testbed program providing the cohort with the vouchers up to $300,000 to access the testbed. It also connects them to, so they have the 70 world-class testing facilities. And then in addition to that, also connects them to our network of entrepreneurs and innovation accelerators. To date, the Cal Testbed program has had 56 companies across 3 cohorts. 60% of the funds have been awarded to companies led by underrepresented groups, including women, and 59 of those companies are operating directly in disadvantaged or low-income communities. And then I'll go to the next slide, which talks a little bit about the partners, because New Energy Nexus does this in partnership with others. And so I'm wondering, Joy, would you be willing to talk a little bit about that?
Sure, thank you for that. We are a small but mighty team, and we rely on a lot of really great partners. In the CalSeed program, we partner closely with Clean Tech Open. It's the world's largest clean tech incubator. They run a summer accelerator program that CalSeed companies go through. We also partner closely with regional energy innovation clusters in California. So the Los Angeles Clean Tech Incubator, Southern California Energy Innovation Network, Blue Tech Valley out of Fresno, and Activate Energy out of Cyclotron Road at UC Berkeley. We partner with a number of other organizations to help us provide services and kind of support and information sessions for awardees, particularly from the Green Lining Institute, Clean Tech to Market, which is a business, comes out of the Haas Business School at UC Berkeley. We partner with the Lawrence Berkeley Lab, in addition to a couple other organizations that are in this support space for clean energy entrepreneurs. And a lot of this is really made possible by the California Energy Commission. The California Energy Commission has built up a tremendous support network. CalSeed and CalTestbed are kind of the beginning of this funding pipeline. So if you're interested, I highly recommend you also check out CEC's programs for Bridge and Ramp. Those are kind of later stage grant programs coming out of the same sources of funding in California.
Thanks, Joy. And I can see that Joy dropped in the chat our website where you can find more information. And I really encourage you to check it out. The CalSeed team under Joy's leadership has done an incredible job in terms of storytelling and really sort of raising up the entrepreneurs. So you can see spotlights that, sort of her and her team have created together with their partners to demonstrate the impact of the program, but it also really serves to help kind of propel these entrepreneurs along their way. So just want to shout out for that. I think that's it. The last slide just is a summary again of those 2 programs, the CalSeed and the CalTestbed, and also just where you can find more information. I think we're only have a few minutes left, so I'm going to stop there and we can move to questions. Is anyone else having difficulty hearing Kate, or is it just me? Okay, I'll go ahead. I clicked on the Q&A tab here. And so someone's asking about the application link procedure to apply. That's in the last slide, if somebody can put that up. And then also Joy shared that link in the chat session as well. let's see. So there's a question about whether we have plans to expand or partner with organizations in Europe. I can talk a little bit about that. Some of the work that we do in California is working towards the implementation of a national blueprint for lithium advanced batteries. So we work together with other organizations, including innovation accelerators in Australia. And then we also have worked closely with the European Battery Alliance to bring sort of some of the learnings in Europe around kind of circular renewable supply chains to some of our thinking here in the US. Those are probably the two examples that come to mind. There's a question about the cohort programs coming up in the fall and that are still accepting applications and then in the spring. Does anybody want to speak to that?
So I think just from the US, the Cal Testbed application is opening pretty soon, and Rachel's been dropping some links in the chat. And in Cal Seed, we'll probably have a very small solicitation in the fall. So the best way to really stay on top of that is to, join the new Energy Nexus newsletter, join our Slack community. You can go to this programs page and kind of keep an eye on things that are open and closing around the world. I don't have a handle on all the programs that are open right now, but there are many that are open. And I think the best way to kind of find out about that is to join our newsletter, and you'll be kind of in the know when programs are opening and closing.
I see another question here. Maybe Joy, you can answer this. And I know you can also go to the CalSeed webpage, and it's in the link that says how to apply. But folks, just at a high level, can you tell about which kind of early stage companies are eligible to apply? So they're asking, should startups apply in the pre-seed round? Is it mandatory to have a clear MVP? Do you want to take that one, Joy?
Yeah, it's a really good question, because I think even having like a seed round is really ambiguous. So in CalSeed, we draw a pretty strict boundary around technical readiness level. So it's TRL 2 to 4, and then Cal Testbed is, I think, 5 to 7. So there's a little bit of progression in our programs, but they're pretty early stage. You don't need an MVP for CalSeed. You don't need a prototype. TRL2 is pretty early stage. You don't need to be incorporated. You don't need to have a board. You don't need to be a fully fledged company. A lot of the early stage funding is really to help companies figure out if there's a there in their innovation. And then some of the support services that we offer while you're in the program help you build up your business plan and your MVP and some of your technology roadmap. Yeah.
Thanks, Joy. I know we're like in the last seconds, and I just want to make sure, because Kate's audio is not working. I see somebody asking about the Empire Technology Prize for heat pumps for high-rise buildings. Yes, go to the Clean Fight. Go to their website to find out more information. And also, you can go back to the slide where Kate sort of previewed what's up next.
Okay, awesome. I think we're just at time there. I just want to say a massive thank you to Joy, Rachel, Rebecca, and Kate. Kate, I hope you can still hear me. We've had a couple of technological teething issues. And thank you so much to everyone who came. Those are some awesome questions. Please continue to enjoy the rest of the summit.
Thank you.